Tuning in. We've gotten a lot of fun things, or a few fun things. Well, at least one fun thing I want to share with Galen this morning. But first, I have to thank Galen for what he does, because you know what Galen does with LifeSouth Community Blood Center, and I am not exaggerating, literally saved the life of somebody I love dearly.
Yes.
Yesterday, and I don't want to talk too much about it and give out too much personal information, but I'll just leave it at that. Somebody I know needed 3 pints of blood, 3 units, whatever they call it nowadays, right? Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are you?
Yeah, I almost want to cry just telling you what I just said. But I mean, the truth is, what you do, what your team does, I mean, is clearly responsible for saving lives, and it affected me. Well, not me directly, but as close as you can be without being me. Yesterday, so thank you for what you do.
Yeah, and I think it's a great illustration of how every 2 seconds in this country someone receives a transfusion, and we just you wake up in the morning, you don't know who that someone is going to be.
No.
And I think that you're a good example of that. But it's not what I do, and I tell people this all the time. I'm like, all I do is ask people to donate. You know, that's my job. My job is to encourage and ask people to donate blood. Who really saved, this person is all the blood donors who get out there and donate their time and their energy and most importantly their blood, and that's what saved their life. It wasn't anything that I did. It was something that this community did, and I mean, I'm proud to do what I do, but in no way was I a lifesaver in that moment. That all belongs to the donor and the surgeon and the gifts that God gave us to do. So. Oh,
absolutely, and the team. But if I could just argue with you just for a second. Because I really wouldn't take away from the surgeons. I wouldn't take away from the donors for sure.
No.
But I want to say this: you don't have to do this radio bit every day. You don't have to do it. You do it, to make sure that we all are reminded of this important message, and we do it because we have fun. I mean, we have fun with you, and you hopefully have fun with us. But I think to emphasize why I really truly think that you personally did make a difference is because how many times have I and have Robin and maybe other people who listen to you in the morning, we talk to you and we also listen to you, but how many times have we gone simply because how many times, Robin, when you see a LifeSouth bus, do you think of or even say the name Galen?
Yeah, all the time.
Every single time.
Yeah, all the time.
Every single time.
Because he's a presence.
Absolutely. That presence is everything. And so when we pass the LifeSouth blood bank bus, whatever.
Yes.
If we have gone 8 weeks and we haven't donated, we always say, oh my gosh, we got to go donate for Galen. Mm-hmm. It's always what we say.
Exactly.
Always what we say. And so that, I guess I don't need to repeat it again, but that's exactly why I really truly think that what you do is so important. And I realize it's part of a team. We're all part of a team, if you think about it, but anyway.
Well, I'm honored that you feel that way. I really am. So.
Well, you're doing something really important. In the line of work that we do, that Robin and I do, especially the music, I mean, it just seems so fluffy. It just seems so unimportant compared to everything else in the world.
But and I've said this a million times. Without this platform, there's so many. I'm able to touch so many more lives. And yesterday I was doing the radio show, and my boss was in the car with me, and he goes, hey, and this is what he said. He said when we got in the car, he said, hey, I'm going to drive because I know you got to do that radio show, and that radio show is really important.
Oh wow!
So, wow,
that's great.
Yeah, it's we know we can't we really what this 30 minutes, and heck, yesterday I talked about blood for probably 20 seconds, which is fine.
Right.
But we take what I do on the show very seriously, and it's extremely important to the entire LifeSouth organization. So, and I'm proud to do it. But again, I'm just one person in this huge cog. I enjoy my role. I don't underappreciate my role, but by no means am I the star of this show. The star is always the donors, and that's how we feel, and that's how I operate. So.
But you bring the human element to it, which is the most important element, because if you wouldn't be here talking about it, people would drive past the building, they would see the bus driving down the road or at a shopping plaza or something, and they really wouldn't think about how much of an impact that they would have if they would go in to donate, unless they physically hear it, because you don't think about stuff like that. You tend to take good things for granted.
I agree with that. I think I have some gifts that I try to use to
got radio skills
to the that's right to the blood banking industry.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's taken, we've been doing the show for 10 years, and we have such a rapport with one another that we can argue, but at the same time we love each other, and we know it.
You love me?
At the end of the day, I love you, Larry. I hope you know that. I talked to you for 30 minutes.
I just thought it sounded funny. I just thought it sounded funny. You love me?
Oh, I do. Yeah,
it's like a Sally Field moment. You love me?
Absolutely. Yeah, you really, really love me. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm serious. I enjoy this section. It's never old. It's never boring. And I'm never quite sure what
you don't know what
805 is going to bring to me. No, I love it.
Well, you don't know what today's going to bring either, but I do have something pretty interesting.
But I'm sure somebody's going to ask me about it in a week, and I will remember talking about our first half of the segment, and I'll be like, well, I don't really remember that.
Okay.
I do love it when I get on the Bloodmobile and somebody starts talking about how we made their morning with some topic we were talking about. And I'm like, I don't really remember that.
Oh, really?
It's hard to remember what you talk about because you're so busy.
I do.
I know.
It's especially if it's like 2 or 3 days later, and I'm like, I okay. And then, oh yeah, I remember. It takes me a while, but yeah, I love it. Yeah. So thank you, Dan and Joe, for allowing me to do this.
There you go.
Exactly.
So I have a topic today, and I'll tell you what it is, and then we'll mention the sponsors, and then we'll get to the topic. That is pretty interesting. According to the Bible, we are all cursed. We are all cursed with labor because of the Adam and Eve thing, right?
Right.
So women have an extra curse. They have to have the pain of delivering a baby, and that's called labor too, for some reason. Maybe that's because of the Bible. But men, it specifically says, and I had to print it up somewhere, I don't know what I did with it, but about the labor, toiling the soil and all that.
Correct.
It's what we're destined to do. All right, so that's the curse. In the year 1859, there was an author by the name of John Allen Quinton who wrote a book called Heaven's Antidote to the Curse of Labor. He says he has found in the Bible the antidote to the curse.
Wow.
Do I have your attention?
Yes.
Galen, do I have your attention?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I really? Okay.
Yeah, keep going. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No. I have to be interrupted because I have to tell you the sponsors. And of course we have to take a break.
Oh, what a tease! That's a professional tease right there.
Professional tease.
There you go.
Professional tease.
I get paid for it.
I like it.
So Heaven's Antidote to the Curse of Labor is a book written by John Allen Quinton, and I will cut to the chase. It's a rather long book, but I'll just get to the point on the other side of the break. This segment with Galen Unold is brought to you by Penn Flooring, providing quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. And they have some beautiful flooring for you to choose from if you want to remodel your home. Don't forget the floor, the carpet, maybe some wood flooring, maybe something different than what you've had before. See what they have. Maybe get some ideas you didn't have before. The showroom for Penn Flooring is at 1201 Southwest 17th Street over the McKay-Williams Bridge, which is the bridge that crosses the railroad tracks a few blocks from Pine Avenue.
Yep.
Also, thank the folks over at Palm Gardens, plural, right? Because they provide care for people who need it, and they have a special thing they have called Chats at the Garden
this Thursday.
Yeah, thank you, Jan.
So the commercial is coming up for that to explain all of that, and we'll be right back with Galen Unold and Heaven's Antidote to the Curse of Labor. We'll be right back.
Want Want to learn more about your furnace or air conditioner? Tune in this Saturday for free tips and expert advice on how to get the most out of your heating and air conditioning system. Or get a free AC rejuvenation by being the first person to go to cleanmyac.com. That's cleanmyac.com. Saturday, free tips and expert advice how to get the most out of your heating and air conditioning system. Or get a free AC rejuvenation by being the first person to go to cleanmyac.com. That's cleanmyac.com.
Robin, want to come with me to Palm Garden for the next Chats at the Garden?
Sure, when is it?
Thursday, October 22nd from 2 to 3. Local attorney Shannon Mulkey will be speaking about the 5 most important documents we should all have in place.
The Chats in the Garden programs at Palm Garden are such a great opportunity to learn and network.
The public is invited and there will be refreshments.
Palm Garden is at the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
For more information, call 854-6262 for Palm Garden. Do you drink bottled water because you don't like the taste of your water or you suspect your tap water is unsafe?
Not anymore. I went to SafewayWater.com. They're offering a deal you simply can't refuse. Test drive a brand new drinking water or whole house water treatment system for 30 days. And if you like it, rental rates start at only $19 per month.
$19 per month?
That's right. This is a limited offer, so call Safeway Water at 855-999-SAFE. Safeway Water.
SafewayWater.com.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
All right, 17 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. I gave a professional tease before the break, and I think you'll be happy with the answer, actually.
Oh, you know, Larry, I want to jump in because I really feel bad for all those people who just have stuck in their car on their way to work. And at this point, they're like in the parking lot going, wow, I'm going to be late. Because Larry's going to solve my problem.
No.
I'm going to be able to turn around and go back to bed.
That's right.
First, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this.
Do you really?
Dilemma, though.
What do you think it is?
I think I do.
No, this isn't my theory. This is.
I think it's. Yeah, no. I think it's book royalties after 150 years.
Well, you know.
I think, you know, this guy's going to be making book royalties, and he figured that out. He goes, everybody's always going to want to know the secret.
That's an interesting thing.
Success.
Yeah,
Why not book royalties?
All right, if you won the lottery, would that be the antidote to the curse?
I would like to give it a shot. I'm always fascinated when they have how the lottery ruined my life. I'm like, give me a chance.
Right.
You know, not of ruining my life. I could probably do that on my own.
But here's
winning the lottery.
All right, so here's the thought I have, because I think you're absolutely right. I think if you have a best-selling book, a best-selling record, a contract with the NFL, some high-paying job of some sort, that really, or maybe Congress, maybe get elected to Congress, or even the county commission. I think maybe that could be said. Okay, that's an antidote to the curse, because now you don't really have to work as hard, and you can let somebody else cut the lawn, and you don't really have to be out there. But I think this guy's antidote is for every human being on the planet. And that's the difference.
What is it, love what you do?
I thought that too. That's what I thought too, but it's not love what you do. So this is a guy who's... By
the way, I hate mowing the grass.
Me too.
I hate it.
Me too.
God, I hate it.
Oh,
I told my wife the second I could afford it,
yes,
I got somebody to mow my grass.
Oh,
I mean, by no man am I well off, but boy, I hate mowing grass. I hate it.
That's what you have children for.
Well, there are a lot of people who actually really enjoy it, and I'm like, I cannot stand it.
Well, hold on. Here's a thought I've had, because I don't like it either. But anything I've had.
Like how I'm extending this tease, and all these people are having to listen while they're sitting in the car.
And I'm contributing to that. But whenever I've had something that I really didn't like doing, I took the Mary Poppins approach. I did a spoonful of sugar, like I would make. Like, for example, when I used to work.
All right, go ahead.
When I used to work for the state of Florida, I worked the night shift, for part of my years there. And I worked at the detention center, and sometimes a kid would be arrested in, let's say, Brooksville. And now the kid has to be picked up, and it's like 6:30, and I get off at 7.
Yeah.
Larry, we need you to go pick up a kid from Brooksville. Okay, so I'm super tired. I've been up all night long. Yeah. I'm 30 minutes away from going home and hitting the bed.
Yeah.
And I can't, because I have to drive to Brooksville. Right? And pick up a kid who's arrested, and then bring him back, and then do the processing. And it's going to be noon before I ever get to the bed. Okay. Or maybe 10. With something like that. Okay. So I hated it. So I told myself, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drive on the interstate. That is almost like being on a vacation. And I can do what I do when I'm on a vacation. Well, I can't when he's in the vehicle. But on my way to get him, I can. Back in those days, I smoked. So I can smoke a cigar. I can get a cup of coffee, just like I would on a vacation. Of course, once he's in the van, then I had to,
deal with that.
I had to just they were usually.
Wow.
All right, let me tell you what this guy says.
Mowing the grass, you can't do any of that. You just have to push the dang thing, get it started. Then weed whacking. Whoever invented weed whacking should be shot.
No, weed whacking is way better than weed pulling.
And the edger, too, that little edger that you run around.
That's the thing I'm talking about, where you have to, edge and get around the fence.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Crap grow.
It's still.
I have a chain link fence. You know what the chain link fence does? It just eats that stuff.
It does.
And then you got to re-spool it. I hate it. I hate it.
I do too. But
I got somebody who does it now.
Put it away, and get on your hands and knees and pull up one weed at a time. Tell me what you prefer.
Look, I was a kid. I grew up in this town.
Right.
I had to do all that crap.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Right. Hey, it's not this town.
By the way, I bought a ping pong table.
By the way, Long Island has grass too.
Fair enough.
All right, so
I just hate it.
So this is from a book called Heaven's Antidote to the Curse of Labor. It is written by a guy.
I love the smell of fresh cut grass. That's the crazy.
Written by a guy named John Allen Quinton, and it was published in 1859, and you can read it for free online. It's a part of the library.
I didn't get any royalties if it's free.
It is free. Yes, you can read it free online.
All right.
All right. So let me cut to the chase. You have to go to page 40. You have to go to page 40 before you finally get 40. To the. Yeah. It all leads up to it. It all gives background as to why this is the answer.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? I hope it's not. I hope it's not anticlimactic. We've been really milking this thing a little bit. So he goes. He kind of writes like a Bible writer. He says. Be cheer, thee child of travail. This is the excellent gift of thy Maker. See then that no man rob thee of the boon. It is the heirloom of thy family. See that it be not alienated from their possession. It is a sacred inheritance bequeathed by successive generations of the godly. See then that its frail fences are kept unbroken, and that it is fruitful soil is not through neglect cursed with sterility and nakedness. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. And then he says, the 52 Sabbaths of rest with which the year is interspersed are like patches of verdure watered by ever-springing fountains that dot the inhospitable wilderness and invite its fainting travelers to exhilaration and repose.
That is flowery language right there.
That is flowery language.
Like Shakespeare.
In other words.
So in other words, Sunday is our day that God gave us from toil. Okay?
Absolutely. He says, companions in labor, have you ever attempted to compute the value of the Sabbath? Even in this, the meanest of its uses as a provision for rest of the body, Anyway, it's kind of. This is actually scanned and put in there. This is actually scanned, so you're actually reading an old paper.
Well, this is cool, though. I love.
So his conclusion is that while God gave to us this curse that we have to toil, He also gave us this commandment to make the Sabbath holy. Now, I'm not sure exactly why Jewish people have Saturday and Christian people have Sunday. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But I guess as long as you have one day of rest, right? And
we don't.
I think it was Constantine that made it a Sunday instead of Saturday.
Oh, really?
I don't really know that. Yeah.
But
I think that's right.
But if you think about this, you say to yourself, okay, so I can't really undo the curse, but I can have a reprieve from it every week.
There you go.
For one day.
I love that observation.
And you think about the folks just about how far is Chick-fil-A from us? How far is that? 100 yards, maybe?
I would think so. Yeah.
I think that's 100 yards. 50 yards.
Maybe 50 yards. Maybe half of a football
They're
field.
50.
They're off every Sunday.
Yes, they are.
They don't. They don't have to do their job.
No toiling on Sunday.
They don't toil.
Right.
And what's the guy's name? Mr. Candy? No, Dandy? What was his name?
I can't recall his name, the Chick-fil-A guy.
Yeah, what was the guy's name who died?
Oh, my gosh. I know that. My nephew works at corporate headquarters of Chick-fil-A, and it just went right out of my mind.
Wow.
Went to his funeral. I can't remember his name. All right.
Isn't that a shame?
But anyway, if you think about what we do for a living, what we do, I mean, we entertain.
Yeah.
And so I think our job is not really toiling. Ours is a labor of love, not a labor of toil.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we are kind of responsible for giving people something to enjoy on their day of rest.
Uh-huh.
I think that's kind of our mission.
So now you're going to ask me to start calling in on Sunday? Is that what you're trying to do?
During the NASCAR game.
No, what I'm
trying to do? I go to the noon service to church so I can sleep in, because Sunday's the only day I can sleep in.
But when you watch
getting up at 8 o'clock.
When you watch a football game on a Sunday,
Yeah, right.
when you watch a football game on a Sunday, right? All those players, all those players on the field are toiling a labor of love.
Yeah.
They're doing it for your purposes, so you can relax.
Yes.
You can put your feet up and watch them.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't think everybody has to have the day off, because those people and musicians like us, we go to the park, we play, and people enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
And once in a while, you need milk on a Sunday.
Exactly. You got to go to the store.
But anyway,
it's pretty rare now for a store, though, to be closed on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is. But I remember growing up, everything was closed on Sunday.
Everything was.
Oh, yeah. Everything was. There wasn't anything open.
So this guy's point, I think, because in 1859, I'm sure everything was closed on Sunday. I'm just guessing.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You're probably looked down upon if you worked on a Sunday. Yeah.
So anyway,
you go to church and then you'd have a picnic or a family dinner or something, and you wouldn't do anything. Yeah. Nothing.
He goes on to say, no city of Greeks or barbarians can be found which does not acknowledge a seventh-day rest from labor. Even barbarians took the day off.
Yeah.
Even barbarians.
Oh, sure. They had to inspect their spoils.
Anyway, just thought I would share that with you. I hope it wasn't too anticlimactic, but it is an interesting thing to think.
It is.
I think it is.
Wait a minute.
Right.
We had this antidote. You just got to wait 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. But you got 1 day. 1 day. You get out and you do that thing that you love to do that's just relaxing.
Yeah.
You know, if you ask most people what's their favorite day of the week, right? I'm serious. What's your favorite day of the week? I would
Friday.
Say most people would say it's Sunday.
Oh, really?
I would say it was Sunday, because Friday still got to go to work.
I know, but Friday
is typically a day in which you don't have to do much. For me, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, I really enjoy going to church and watching football and hanging out with the kids. Yeah, I think Sunday is my favorite part.
Yeah. That makes sense. Well, there you go. Hope it wasn't too anticlimactic.
Saturday is all errands and running around. I don't feel like I get any rest on Saturday.
But see, everybody won't win the lottery. Everybody won't get the dream job. But everybody can take a day of rest.
Exactly.
Right?
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
I love that observation.
All right, Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Blood Mogul today is at the Winn-Dixie out in Bellevue.
Oh, in Bellevue.
There you go.
Before we say goodbye, thank you for what you do. You have saved the life of somebody I love.
Yeah.
You have, Galen.
And again, just give the gift of life, because I don't care where you give, just do it. Just
thank you.
Blood.
All right, Galen. Have a great day.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Reading out on the GOP race for the White House has Donald Trump still heading the pack.
Trump is leading a new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll at 25%. Ben Carson is 4 points back. Rubio is third.